Hello, it's a single one. Can you hear me? I have the fan running, but anyway. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody's listening to my channel anymore, watching my videos, or subscribed, or paying attention. Not much of a reason to, I guess, recently, but... So, I did get a new job, an old job that I worked over 10 years ago. There's been changes and stuff, but basically doing the same job. Cutting out, I cut out picnic bones out of pork, like the shoulder bone, like a big bone, at a pork plant. Work on a line. They bring in pigs and slaughter them and chop them up. Basically, by the time it gets to me, on the cut floor, on the cold side, it's like meat that you would see in the grocery store, basically. But it's a little bit harder than before, plus I'm older. Hopefully I'm going to be able to handle it. Once I work there for 45 days, I can qualify for my job, and I can bid for another job and stuff if I don't like the one that I have, if I want to try something else. It's a knife job, cutting out a bone all day, so my fingers and stuff are really sore, even after taking ibuprofen and everything. But before, I did it for 6 or 9 months. I'm pretty sure I did it for quite a while. But like I said, it was a little easier then. I was younger too. But, and I know I had paintings before too. I think that I'll get used to it. And like I said, I've got 45 days before I have to qualify. I know I'm just rambling, but again, I know I haven't done like any Bible study videos. I haven't been doing any Bible studying, reading the Bible, praying like I should. I haven't been very good about that. Right now, I'm just focused on work and paying bills. I've been living life. This is a 5 days a week job and sometimes 6 days a week. I just worked a Saturday. And the pay is really good, and it's overtime, so that's the great thing about this job, is that if I keep this, which I don't plan on being there forever, but I could hold on to it for quite a while. Who knows? They have a union there, and I don't know all the ins and outs of everything, and the company kind of backs it up or whatever. I don't know if it's really a good union like other jobs, but I think that I'm going to join it when I'm able to. There's like a $100 entry fee. But I'm going to try to take a lot of different steps that I didn't last time, because I was just really young when I worked there before. Took it for granted. I didn't really have any goals or anything. And now I would like to look into getting into a house in the country, whether renting or buying. And if I'm buying, I probably got to build up my credit, so I'm going to work on building up my credit also. But you know, it's always kind of been a balance before of I always wanted like more time to do studies, so I wanted to work part-time, but then it's like I didn't have money, so then I was like stressing about money. And it's like, if I hold on to this job, I should be pretty good in the money department, but I won't be good in the time department. But I do think if I do get lucky and have Saturday and Sunday off quite a bit, then those 2 days I can probably learn to get more done in less time. But anyways, yes, I'm going to do videos and studies eventually, but right now, and especially this week, I was waiting for my stimulus check and everything. I was kind of a little bit behind because I've been without a job for like a month from Walmart, and I wanted to do studies and stuff within that time, but it was more of a just looking for a new job, trying to figure out bills and then this and that, and didn't really get much done. I do have my other channel where I've been streaming video games, and it's nothing really exciting, but sometimes I make some videos maybe a little motivated than others, but I have gotten some subscribers, and I've met some friends and stuff that we even play games together online there, and I stream, so I do have another channel, and I've always kind of wanted these two channels to work hand in hand. And so I guess it's not like I haven't been doing anything, even though I've just kind of been playing video games, just enjoying leisurely time when I get the chance, I guess. I have been recording it and trying to do something with it, I guess. In a way, I don't know, whatever. But yes, I need to make God the center of my life. But living life, man, there's so much going on. But anyway, I was waiting on the stimulus check, and I got that. I got to take care of a lot of bills and everything. But I was supposed to get paid on Friday, and for whatever reason, whether it was work or whether it was my bank, I didn't get my check. And, they both told me to check each other. Like, work is like, yeah, the money was sent to your bank, and the bank's like, it wasn't here, so go to your work and find out what happened. And so it was supposed to be like on Friday, and I guess the bank doesn't get anything on Saturdays or whatever, so they said come back Monday, so tomorrow. I'm just trying to get my check from the last week. A little bit stressful, but since, I'm not really hurting for the money exactly after getting the stimulus check, but I still want that. I need that. They need to get it figured out, so I start getting my checks on time in my bank like I'm supposed to. And my vehicle, once again, seems to have some kind of issues. There's little things, like the back windshield wiper's not working. I don't know if it's a fuse or something. I don't know what happened there. It kind of annoys me, but it's not really a major deal. But there is like some kind of grinding, and I don't know if it's the brakes or the bearing or what. But it seems like it's gotten worse, and I've just noticed it like in the last 2 or 3 days. And so I do have a friend where I work with, and he said, he'd give me rides, so I'm going to call the mechanic tomorrow, and I'm probably not going to use my vehicle until it gets looked at and fixed. And that's going to take out more money, but at least I'm going to have the money. I just worked overtime and everything, so that frustrates me so much. Unless it's something worse than I could even imagine, I don't know. Hopefully it's something that's going to be reasonable. So, I'm trying to get my check situation figured out, I'm trying to get my vehicle figured out, and I'm trying to deal with work. My hands are hurting me, my shoulder, my back. I'm trying to keep up, I'm trying to do better, and it's stressful, but I want to hold on, and I pray to God to just let me hold on, and I just want to get my vehicle good, get it to where I'm getting paid. I'll get paid weekly, and I can get on top of my finances. I can even have money in the bank, and my finances can help with the ministry, with whatever plans I want to do in the future. I can put more money into it. I just wanted to share too that I was trying to think of some biblical things in the Bible. With my job, you can kind of have a lot of time to think, and I tend to think a lot anyways on jobs, especially when there's like monotonous jobs. I don't know whether it's a good thing or not. You need to be focused on your work, right? And I am focused. Like, you need to be safe. You need to be aware of what's going on. But at the same time, you're kind of in your zone, and you kind of have time to, you got to pass the time somehow, and you can kind of think about things. A lot of time thinking about what you're going to do with the money you're going to make, or what you're going to do later on when you get off of work or whatever. I've always wanted to spend like work time like meditating on scripture and stuff, and I've never really gotten to that point necessarily. And maybe with this job I can. But anyways, I was thinking about, it's crazy. Oh, it frustrates me. But hopefully I'll get used to it. There's, on my line, a lot of pieces can come down at once, and they can come fast. And it can be so overwhelming that the people who are working the line, who are the veterans there, nobody can keep up with that pace. So they take the picnics that, we got to cut the bones out of. And when there's too many of them coming down at a time, they'll throw them in these white buckets that we have for the edible food. So we pull them out of the buckets later, and then we finish them off. Or they'll throw them across to another line that we have. Because there's just too many of them, and they can just pile up, and it's overwhelming. It's like, oh my God, this is insane, man. Like, why can't they just come down at a good pace? Like, they're trying to kill us. Like, it's like slavery. Like, I don't know. Part of me is like, it's just the way it is. Part of me is like, this shouldn't be the way that it is, but nothing's going to change about it. But anyway, so sometimes I look to the back. I look behind me to the other line because I'm curious, like, how many are piled up or whatever. I'm like, these still need done. So I'm like, looking back. And I was thinking about in the Bible the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, and I don't remember the woman's name, but she looked back, right, at the city. They were told not to look back, and she did, and she was turned into a pillar of salt. A cool story. But I was thinking about, all the meaning that has to it, and I was kind of thinking about that, how I shouldn't be focused on, how far behind are we or whatever. I should just be focused on just getting it done. Just focus on just ending the shift, However much there is, it doesn't matter because we're going to be here until it gets done. And, there's a lot of ways to look at that teaching in the Bible, that story that we're to learn from. We shouldn't focus on our past a lot. Think about the present, think about the future. And I mean, it has to do with sin too, because Sodom and Gomorrah was such a bad place that God destroyed it with fire. So I don't know. There's a lot to learn there, but I was kind of using it in that way with work. Not thinking about how far behind we are, but just focusing on the destination ahead. I don't know. We just need to be grateful for every day that we have, guys. And it's hard with all the hustle and bustle with life, with all the good things and all the bad things. It's all distractions. It's just all part of life. Oh, man. And we're so blessed in America, and I feel like I'm so blessed, like, with a lot of my belongings and possessions and other things, besides just that, but my education and stuff too, I guess. A lot of things that, just all the opportunities that I have, that I've had, everything that's available to us, all the services, and still not feeling like it's enough, and still wanting more. That's just kind of life, though. We grow, and it doesn't have to be that way. But yeah, life's tough, but life's good. And we just got to be grateful to God and thankful for our life and for every day that we have. And, I work with a lot of foreigners. Sometimes I think about, what it's like to be in their shoes. If they came from another country that was, less fortunate, and they come here, they look at things probably a lot different than I do. Maybe not. Or maybe it's better, maybe it's worse, I don't know. But I don't know. I was kind of just random thoughts. sometimes I think too about how this place employs foreigners who don't even speak English, possibly. And I'm thinking, there's not a lot of opportunities for them here. I mean, there are opportunities, but a lot of places, like, you have to speak English. You're not going to work at fast food or a grocery store or most places, unless there's some kind of interpreter or something. Like, they're not equipped for that. Like, this is, like a golden ticket for them, even if it's hard labor. And I know, like, it's not a job that I have to do. I know that I have a lot of opportunities. This job does pay good, though, and, it's something I've done before, so. I don't even know where I'm going with any of this, but I'm just trying to do some live introspection, I guess. Recording my thoughts. But I want to get focused back on the ball with Christ, with the Word of God. I really do. I really do. And I hope that this is the ticket, not having to think about finances, but God, there's just always something, whether it's vehicle problems, health problems, it'll be the health problem of a family member or a friend, then there's like mental and emotional problems, and we just gotta be happy when things are good. We gotta be thankful no matter what, when it's sunny or when it rains, or when it snows, when it's cold, when it's warm. It doesn't matter. We got to learn to be more thankful. And I gotta tell that to myself, being frustrated about my vehicle, tomorrow, whatever, I'm probably gonna get a ride to work from a friend. Just not the ideal situation for me. I like driving myself. I don't want to have to wait on anybody after work, and I don't want anybody waiting on me. I just want to go. Oh, man. Oh. Just gotta be thankful. I didn't really have that opportunity with, the last couple of jobs that I had, and that was kind of part of the problem, too, was that if something happened, it was kind of like I was, up a creek without a paddle. But the one thing that kind of worries me is just, like, the pain in my hands and stuff, but I know that I'll get used to it, it'll go away, and I'll just... And right now I can take my time. That's what I need to learn how to do, is to make sure that I take time. I need to. But maybe I should look more into that story in the Bible about not looking behind. I mean, there's a lot that can be said about it. Obviously, follow God's commands. God said don't look back, or whatever. I don't remember if that was said, but anyway, I don't even know what I'll title this. I'm just going to end at 20 minutes of rambling. God bless, guys.